Why do pain and suffering exist in our lives? That's a question that has haunted humanity since the dawn of consciousness. Often we see pain and suffering as unwanted intruders, uninvited guests who crash the party of our lives, leaving a trail of chaos and devastation. But let's delve deeper. Let's dare to challenge our conventional perspective. What if pain and suffering are not merely random, pointless occurrences? What if they are, in fact, vital elements in the grand tapestry of human existence, as essential as joy and pleasure? Think about it. Every great story, every epic saga, is punctuated with trials and tribulations. Every hero, real or fictional, endures hardship before they can claim victory. Pain and suffering are the crucibles in which characters are shaped, values are forged, and spirits are tested. It is through the fire of suffering that we are refined and made stronger. But this isn't just about stories. It's about life. It's about you and me. It's about our journey through this vast, complex, and often bewildering thing called existence. Consider the moments that have truly defined you, the moments that have shaped you into the person you are today. Weren't they often the hardest, the most painful? Didn't they force you to dig deep, to find a strength you never knew you had, to rise above the tumult and emerge stronger, wiser, more resilient? This isn't about glorifying pain or suffering. No one is suggesting that we should seek them out or revel in them. But perhaps we should respect them, learn from them, grow through them. Perhaps we should see them not as our tormentors, but as our teachers, our mentors, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. So let's return to our initial question. Why do pain and suffering exist in our lives? Could it be that they are not our enemies, but our teachers, showing us what we are truly capable of, guiding us towards our fullest potential? Could it be that pain and suffering are not our enemies, but our teachers? Imagine a bird reborn from its own ashes, the phoenix. Now let's take a detour from the world of myths and venture into reality. Let's visit the life of an individual who, much like the phoenix, rose from the ashes of their own trials and tribulations. And that individual is none other than the acclaimed artist, Vincent van Gogh. Van Gogh's life was a roller coaster ride of emotional turmoil and economic hardship. He was a man of immense talent, yet his work received little to no recognition during his lifetime. His struggles with mental health were severe, leading him to periods of isolation and desolation. Yet it was during these periods that he created some of his most outstanding and celebrated pieces of art. He once said, "I put my heart and soul into my work and have lost my mind in the process." This quote resonates with the essence of the Phoenix's tale. It encapsulates the struggle, the pain, and the rebirth that Van Gogh experienced throughout his life. Van Gogh's journey was not an easy one. He faced rejection, poverty, and battled mental illness. His life was marked by periods of intense suffering, but it was through these turbulent times that he found his true self. He used his pain as a catalyst, channeling it into his art, transforming his suffering into something beautiful, something timeless. His story serves as a testament to the power of resilience and the strength of the human spirit. It exemplifies the essence of the Phoenix's tale, that of emerging stronger from the ashes of one's suffering. Like Van Gogh, we too can channel our pain, our struggles, and transform them into something meaningful. We too can rise from our ashes, stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Van Gogh's story is not just a story of an artist's struggle, but a story of the human condition. It's a story of pain, perseverance, and ultimately, rebirth. And it's a story that reminds us that, like the phoenix, we too can rise from our ashes, stronger and brighter. Like the phoenix, they rose from their ashes, stronger and brighter. Scene script. Have you ever wondered how a diamond is formed? Imagine, if you will, a lone piece of coal, buried deep within the Earth's crust. Unremarkable, ordinary, it faces a future filled with intense heat and immense pressure. Yet it is these very conditions that transform it. Over time, the coal's ordinary atoms restructure, its carbon essence reshaping itself into a lattice of sparkling brilliance. The coal, once unremarkable, emerges as a diamond, a testament to its resilience and ability to withstand adversity. Now picture a young woman named Jane. Jane was not born into privilege. She grew up in a neighborhood where opportunities were scarce and struggles were abundant. Like the piece of coal, her life was filled with pressure and heat, yet she refused to be defined by her circumstances. Jane harnessed her pain, using it as fuel to forge a path towards a brighter future. She worked tirelessly, studying during the day and working odd jobs at night. The heat of her struggles only served to harden her resolve, the pressure she faced only pushing her to strive harder. She was not without her moments of despair. There were days when she felt like giving up, when the weight of her struggles seemed too heavy to bear, but each time she reminded herself of the diamond, of the strength that came from enduring heat and pressure. And so Jane pressed on. She won scholarships, graduated from university, and carved out a successful career for herself. She took the pain of her past and transformed it into a strength, a resilience that saw her through every challenge she faced. Jane, like the diamond, was formed under the relentless pressure of her circumstances. The heat and pressure she endured did not break her. Instead, they forged her into a figure of strength and resilience, a beacon of hope for those around her. And so they shone brightly, a diamond formed under the relentless pressure of their circumstances. What if the way we perceive pain and suffering could change everything? Imagine a prism. When light passes through it, it refracts, bending and splitting into a spectrum of colors. Our perspective is much like this prism, refracting the light of our experiences into a spectrum of emotions, thoughts, and beliefs. Now let's talk about pain. It's an unavoidable part of life, right? But it's not just about the physical or emotional hurt, it's about how we perceive it. The way we view our suffering can drastically alter its impact on us. It can either be an anchor, dragging us down, or a catalyst propelling us forward. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist who survived the horrors of Nazi concentration camps. Frankl endured unimaginable hardships, yet he managed to find meaning in his suffering. He didn't merely endure, he transformed his perspective. Frankl saw his suffering not as a pit of despair, but as an opportunity for growth. He believed that even in the worst circumstances, people could choose their attitude, their response. He chose to see his pain as a challenge to overcome, a test of his resilience. Through this shift in perspective, Frankl didn't just survive, he thrived. He used his experiences to develop a new form of therapy, logotherapy, centered around finding meaning in life, even in the face of suffering. His perspective turned his pain into a stepping stone for personal growth and the betterment of others. Our perception of pain is a powerful tool. It can transform our suffering into strength, our trials into triumphs. It's not about denying the hardship or the hurt, but about reframing it, finding the opportunity within the adversity. What if we could all do that? What if we could change the way we perceive our struggles, our pain? What if we could see them not as burdens but as opportunities for growth, for resilience, for transformation? With a shift in perspective, they turned their suffering into a stepping stone towards greatness. Could embracing our pain, rather than avoiding it, be the key to growth? This question, although unsettling, holds a profound truth. As we've journeyed through the enigma of existence, the phoenix's tale, the diamond's journey, and the power of perspective, a common thread has woven itself into the fabric of our narrative, the transformative power of suffering. Our journey began with the enigma of existence, a puzzle that has baffled philosophers and thinkers for centuries. We have pondered over the question, why does pain exist? The answer, as we've discovered, is not to torment us but to shape us, to mold us into more resilient and compassionate beings. In the phoenix's tale, we saw how this mythical creature rises from its ashes, reborn and stronger than before. Just like the phoenix, we too can rise from the ashes of our struggles, reborn with a newfound strength and wisdom. Our trials and tribulations are not meant to break us, but to break us open, allowing us to grow and evolve. The diamond's journey served as a powerful metaphor for our own transformation. Just as a lump of carbon transforms into a brilliant diamond under extreme pressure, we too can transform under the weight of our trials. The diamond's beauty and strength are not despite the pressure it endures, but because of it. Similarly, our strength and resilience are not despite our struggles, but because of them. In exploring the power of perspective, we discovered that how we view our struggles can dramatically change our experience of them. By shifting our perspective from viewing pain as a tormentor to viewing it as a teacher, we can approach our struggles with a sense of curiosity and openness, allowing us to extract wisdom and growth from them. In the end, it's not about avoiding the storm, but learning to dance in the rain. Embracing our pain rather than avoiding it allows us to grow, to evolve, to transform. It is through the crucible of suffering that we can become men and women of value. So let's not shirk from our struggles but welcome them, for they are the sculptors of our souls.